Question 1. Which of the following is the most accurate description of how commercial property insurance policies typically classify property for coverage purposes? A. Business personal property includes items like computers, furniture, and inventory. B. Property of others is only covered when stored on the insured's premises. C. Commercial property policies never cover items outside of the United States. D. Buildings and business personal property are grouped together under the same category of coverage. Answer: 8. Business personal property includes items like computers, furniture, and inventory. Explanation: under commercial property insurance policies, business personal property includes the tangible property owned by the business that is used to operate the business, such as furniture, inventory, equipment, and supplies. Property of others refers to property belonging to a third party and is typically covered under commercial property policies when in the care, custody, or control of the insured. The coverage may extend to international locations, depending on the policy terms, and buildings and business personal property are usually treated separately under coverage forms. The distinction between buildings and business personal property is important when it comes to coverage limits, exclusions, and types of loss, valuation, actual cash value versus replacement cost. Question 2. Mr. Thompson owns a small manufacturing company in Delaware. He recently purchased a commercial general liability (CGL) insurance policy. One of his employees accidentally caused property damage while performing tasks for a client. Which section of the CGL policy would likely cover the damage? A. Coverage A. Bodily injury and property damage. B. Coverage B. Personal and advertising injury. C. Coverage C. Medical payments. D. Products and completed operations coverage. Answer: 8. Coverage A. Bodily injury and property damage. Explanation: coverage A. CGL policy covers bodily injury and property damage that occurs during the course of the insured's business operations, including accidents caused by employees. This coverage is triggered when a third party suffers bodily injury or property damage as a result of the insured's business activities. In the case described, the damage caused by Mr. Thompson's employee while performing tasks for a client would be covered under Coverage A as it pertains directly to property damage during the business operation. Coverage B relates to personal and advertising injury, while Coverage C is for medical payments, not property damage, and products and completed operations coverage applies when damage or injury arises after a product has been completed or sold, which does not apply in this scenario. Question 3. Scenario: Mr. Carter operates a construction business in Delaware and has a commercial auto insurance policy that includes liability coverage for owned, hired, and non-owned vehicles. One of Mr. Carter's employees was driving a company-owned truck when they caused an accident. The employee's truck collided with a vehicle owned by a third party. The third party's vehicle was severely damaged. Which of the following is correct regarding the liability coverage for the accident? A. The insurance policy will not cover the damage to the third party's vehicle because it was not owned by the business. B. The commercial auto policy will only cover damage to the employee's truck, not the third party's vehicle. C. The insurance policy will cover damage to the third party's vehicle because the employee was driving a company-owned truck. D. The commercial auto policy will provide no coverage for this accident because the employee was at fault. Answer: C. The insurance policy will cover damage to the third party's vehicle because the employee was driving a company-owned truck. Explanation: under commercial auto insurance policy, coverage for owned vehicles includes damage to third-party property resulting from the actions of the insured or their employees while operating a company-owned vehicle. Since the employee was driving a company-owned truck when the accident occurred, the liability coverage under the commercial auto policy would typically cover the damage to the third party's vehicle. Option A is incorrect because the commercial auto policy provides coverage for company-owned vehicles and it typically covers third-party property damage caused by those vehicles. Option B is incorrect because the policy covers both owned and non-owned vehicles. Option D is incorrect because the fact that the employee was at fault does not invalidate the coverage. Commercial auto policies provide liability coverage for accidents where the insured is liable, including situations where the employee is at fault while driving a company-owned vehicle. Question 4. Which of the following best describes the purpose of coinsurance in commercial property insurance? A. Coinsurance ensures that the insurer will cover the full cost of a loss up to the policy's limit without any deductions. B. Coinsurance requires the policyholder to insure their property for at least a specified percentage of its value to receive full reimbursement in the event of a loss. C. Coinsurance limits the amount the insurer will pay in the event of a total loss, regardless of the insured value. D. Coinsurance is only applicable when the insured property is located in high-risk areas, such as flood zones. Answer B. Coinsurance requires the policyholder to insure their property for at least a specified percentage of its value to receive full reimbursement in the event of a loss. Explanation: coinsurance is a clause commonly found in commercial property policies that encourages policyholders to insure their property to a certain percentage of its value, typically 80%, 90%, or 100%. If the insured property is underinsured, the insurer will pay only a proportion of the loss based on the amount of coverage relative to the required coinsurance percentage. For example, if a property is insured for less than the required amount, the insurer may apply a penalty in the event of a loss, reducing the amount paid out. This ensures that policyholders share in the risk and incentivizes them to maintain adequate coverage. Option A is incorrect because coinsurance does not eliminate deductions for underinsurance. Instead, it applies penalties. Option C is incorrect because coinsurance applies to partial losses, not total losses. Option D is incorrect because coinsurance applies regardless of the location. Question 5. Which of the following commercial insurance policies is specifically designed to combine various types of coverage for small to mid-sized businesses into a single, simplified package? A. Business Owners Policy (BOP). B. Commercial General Liability (CGL) insurance. C. Commercial Property Insurance. D. Professional Liability Insurance. Answer A. Business Owners Policy (BOP). Explanation: a Business Owners Policy (BOP) is a package insurance policy specifically designed for small to mid-sized businesses. It combines property liability and business interruption coverage into one policy to simplify purchasing and administration. BOPs are often used by businesses with relatively low risks and are tailored to meet their specific needs. Option B is incorrect because CGL provides general liability coverage but does not combine property and other coverages. Option C is incorrect because commercial property insurance typically covers only physical assets like buildings and equipment but does not include liability or business interruption coverage. Option D is incorrect because professional liability insurance covers professionals against claims of negligence or errors but does not combine other types of business insurance coverage. Question 6. Scenario: MS. Perez operates a landscaping business in Delaware and has purchased a commercial auto insurance policy. One of her employees accidentally hit a parked car while driving a company vehicle. The parked car was damaged and the owner of the car demands compensation. What coverage under MS? Perez's commercial auto policy would cover the damages to the parked car. A. Collision coverage. B. Comprehensive coverage. C. Liability coverage. D. Medical payments coverage. Answer C. Liability coverage. Explanation: liability coverage under a commercial auto policy is designed to cover damages caused to other people's property or injuries to others in an accident for which the insured, in this case MS, Perez, is at fault. Since the employee caused damage to a parked car, the liability coverage would typically cover the cost of repairing the other vehicle. Collision coverage, option A, is for damage to the insured vehicle caused by an accident, not for damage to another person's vehicle. Comprehensive coverage, option B, typically covers non-collision related damage, such as theft or weather-related damage. Medical payments coverage, option D, is for medical expenses incurred by the insured or their passengers after an accident and does not cover property damage. Question 7. Which of the following is true regarding recurrence versus a claims-made policies in commercial general liability (CGL) insurance? A. Occurrence policies provide coverage for claims made during the policy period, regardless of when the event occurred. B. Claims-made policies provide coverage for claims made during the policy period, regardless of when the event occurred. C. Claims-made policies only cover claims arising from incidents that occur during the policy period. D. Occurrence policies only cover claims arising from incidents that occur during the policy period. Answer B. Claims-made policies provide coverage for claims made during the policy period, regardless of when the event occurred. Explanation: a claims-made policy provides coverage for claims that are made during the policy period, regardless of when the event that caused the claim occurred, as long as the event was after the retroactive date, if applicable. This means that even if the incident occurred before the policy period, the claim can still be covered as long as it is made during the active policy period. Occurrence policies, on the other hand, provide coverage for incidents that occur during the policy period, regardless of when the claim is made. Therefore, option A is incorrect because it describes claims-made policies, not occurrence policies. Option C is incorrect because claims-made policies cover claims made during the policy period, not necessarily for incidents within it. Option D is incorrect because occurrence policies cover incidents during the policy period, regardless of when the claim is filed. Question 8. What is the primary purpose of a fidelity bond in the context of commercial insurance? A. To cover the employer for loss of business income due to an employee's theft. B. To provide financial protection against losses caused by employee dishonesty or fraud. C. To insure the business against damages caused by third-party criminal activity. D. To cover the cost of replacing an employee injured at work due to fraud. Answer B. To provide financial protection against losses caused by employee dishonesty or fraud. Explanation. A fidelity bond, also known as employee dishonesty coverage, is designed to protect a business from financial losses caused by fraudulent acts, theft, or dishonesty committed by its employees. This type of bond is typically purchased by employers to ensure that they are financially protected in the event an employee engages in theft or fraud that harms the business. Option A is incorrect because a fidelity bond does not cover loss of business income that would be covered under business interruption insurance. Option C is incorrect because fidelity bonds cover employee dishonesty, not losses caused by third-party criminal activity. Option D is incorrect because fidelity bonds do not cover work-related injuries that would fall under workers' compensation. Question 9. Which of the following statements about workers' compensation insurance in Delaware is correct? A. Workers' compensation insurance is optional for employers with fewer than 5 employees in Delaware. B. Employers can select the amount of medical benefits to be provided to injured employees. C. Workers' compensation insurance covers both the employee's medical expenses and lost wages. D. Workers' compensation only covers injuries that occur on the job site and excludes any injuries while commuting. Answer C. Workers' compensation insurance covers both the employee's medical expenses and lost wages. Explanation. In Delaware, workers' compensation insurance covers medical expenses, income replacement, lost wages, rehabilitation costs, and death benefits for employees who are injured or become ill due to work-related incidents. It is mandatory for most employers in Delaware, regardless of the number of employees. Option A is incorrect because workers' compensation is required for most employers with 1 or more employees in Delaware. Option B is incorrect because medical benefits and other workers' compensation benefits are typically determined by state law and are not subject to employer selection. Option D is incorrect because workers' compensation may cover injuries that occurred during work-related travel or even injuries sustained during commutes under certain circumstances. Question 10. Which of the following is typically excluded from coverage under a general liability insurance policy? A. Property damage caused by a faulty product. B. Injuries sustained by a customer due to slip and fall accidents. C. Injuries resulting from employee actions while driving company vehicles. D. Damage to property owned by the insured business. Answer D. Damage to property owned by the insured business. Explanation. General liability insurance typically covers bodily injury and property damage caused to third parties, but it excludes damage to the insured's own property. This exclusion applies because businesses are expected to cover their own property under separate commercial property insurance policies. Option A is incorrect because product liability coverage is often included under general liability insurance, covering damage caused by defective products. Option B is incorrect because slip and fall injuries are covered under general liability policies. Option C is incorrect because damage caused by company vehicles is covered under commercial auto insurance, not general liability. Question 11. Which of the following is the best description of a business interruption insurance? A. Coverage for income loss due to the destruction of property caused by a covered event. B. Coverage for damage to the building structure itself in the event of a natural disaster. C. Coverage for the cost of legal defense if sued for a business-related accident. D. Coverage for the cost of replacing inventory lost due to theft or fire. Answer A. Coverage for income loss due to the destruction of property caused by a covered event. Explanation. Business interruption insurance covers a business's loss of income if it is unable to operate due to a covered event, such as a fire or natural disaster. This insurance compensates for the lost profits during the downtime and may also cover fixed costs like rent and utilities. Option B is incorrect because this refers to commercial property insurance, which covers damage to the building itself. Option C describes liability insurance, not business interruption coverage. Option D refers to property insurance or inventory coverage, not business interruption insurance. Question 12. What is the purpose of errors and omissions insurance for a business? A. To cover the cost of property damage caused by employee negligence. B. To protect against claims of inadequate work or mistakes in services provided. C. To cover the legal costs of defending against theft claims made by competitors. D. To insure the business against employee-related injuries during work. Answer B. To protect against claims of inadequate work or mistakes in services provided. Explanation: as an omissions EO insurance is a type of professional liability insurance that protects businesses against claims of negligence, mistakes, or failures to perform professional services to the satisfaction of clients. It is especially common in industries like consulting, legal services, and real estate. Option A is incorrect because employee negligence would be covered under general liability insurance. Option C is incorrect because EO insurance does not cover theft claims. Option D describes workers' compensation, not EO insurance. Question 13. Which of the following would most likely be covered under a commercial property insurance policy? A. Liability for injuries caused by a defective product. B. Damages to a company's office building due to a fire. C. Lost income due to a business interruption from a natural disaster. D. Legal defense costs for a lawsuit involving a workplace injury. Answer B. Damages to a company's office building due to a fire. Explanation: commercial property insurance covers damages to physical property owned by the business, including buildings, equipment, and inventory caused by events like fire, theft, or vandalism. Option A would be covered under product liability insurance, not commercial property. Option C would be covered under business interruption insurance, not commercial property. Option D would be covered under general liability insurance, not commercial property insurance. Question 14. Which of the following would typically be covered by a commercial auto insurance policy? A. Damage to the business's building caused by an employee driving a company vehicle. B. Medical expenses for the driver of a company vehicle involved in an accident. C. Legal costs associated with defending a product liability lawsuit. D. Lost revenue due to a vehicle breakdown during business operations. Question 16. Which of the following best defines subrogation in an insurance context? A. A policyholder's ability to choose their insurance provider. B. The insurance company's right to recover funds from a third party responsible for a loss. C. The process of the insured person receiving their claims payout directly. D. The legal requirement to purchase insurance coverage for certain types of risks. Question 15. Which of the following statements about flood insurance is correct? A. Flood insurance is automatically included in standard commercial property policies. B. Flood insurance is provided by private insurance companies only. C. Flood insurance covers losses from all types of water-related damage. D. Flood insurance is usually purchased separately from a standard commercial property policy. Answer: D. Flood insurance is usually purchased separately from a standard commercial property policy. Explanation: flood insurance is typically not included in standard commercial property policies and must be purchased separately, often through the National Flood Insurance Program, NFIP, or private insurers offering flood coverage. Option A is incorrect because flood insurance is not included in standard property insurance policies. Option B is incorrect because while private insurers may offer flood coverage, the federal government, through NFIP, plays a significant role in providing flood insurance. Option C is incorrect because flood insurance covers specific flood-related damage, not all water damage, such as that caused by burst pipes. Question 16. Which of the following best defines subrogation in an insurance context? A. A policyholder's ability to choose their insurance provider. B. The insurance company's right to recover funds from a third party responsible for a loss. C. The process of the insured person receiving their claims payout directly. D. The legal requirement to purchase insurance coverage for certain types of risks. Answer B. The insurance company's right to recover funds from a third party responsible for a loss. Explanation: subrogation occurs when an insurance company pays for a loss under a policy and then seeks reimbursement from the third party responsible for the loss. This process helps insurers recoup some or all of the costs they paid for the claim. Option A is incorrect because it refers to choosing a provider, not subrogation. Option C is incorrect because subrogation involves recovering funds, not directly receiving payout. Option D is incorrect because subrogation is a legal concept related to recovering losses, not a requirement for insurance. Question 17. What is umbrella insurance typically designed to do? A. Provide coverage for business-related lawsuits after other policies' limits are exhausted. B. Cover damages caused by a business's faulty products. C. Pay for the cost of repairing business vehicles. D. Insure businesses against losses from employee fraud. Answer: A. Provide coverage for business-related lawsuits after other policies' limits are exhausted. Explanation: Umbrella insurance provides additional liability coverage above and beyond the limits of other policies, such as general liability or commercial auto insurance. It is designed to protect a business from large claims or lawsuits that exceed the limits of the underlying policies. Option B would be covered under product liability insurance, not umbrella insurance. Option C would be covered under commercial auto insurance. Option D would be covered under fidelity or employee dishonesty insurance, not umbrella insurance. Question 18. What type of insurance coverage would most likely protect a business from claims made by customers who believe the business has provided substandard services? A. Workers' compensation insurance. B. Product liability insurance. C. Professional liability insurance. D. Commercial property insurance. Answer: C. Professional liability insurance. Explanation: Professional liability insurance, also known as errors and omissions (EO) insurance, protects businesses against claims made by customers who believe the business provided inadequate or substandard services. This is especially important for professionals like consultants, lawyers, and accountants. Option A is incorrect because workers' compensation covers employee injuries, not customer claims. Option B is incorrect because product liability insurance covers injuries or damages caused by defective products, not services. Option D refers to coverage for physical property, not services. Question 19. Which of the following would most likely be excluded under a commercial general liability (CGL) insurance policy? A. Bodily injury to a customer due to a slip and fall accident in the store. B. Property damage caused by a business vehicle. C. Liability for damage caused by an employee's work-related negligence. D. Damage to the business's own building caused by a covered event. Answer: D. Damage to the business's own building caused by a covered event. Explanation: A commercial general liability (CGL) policy typically excludes coverage for damage to the insured's own property. This is why damage to the business's building is excluded and would be covered by commercial property insurance. Option A is incorrect because slip and fall accidents are typically covered under CGL. Option B refers to commercial auto insurance, not CGL. Option C refers to work-related negligence, which is also generally covered under CGL. Question 20. Which of the following is typically covered by a commercial general liability (CGL) policy? A. Loss of income due to a business closure. B. Damage to company property caused by employee negligence. C. Injuries caused by a defective product sold by the business. D. Loss of inventory due to fire damage. Answer: C. Injuries caused by a defective product sold by the business. Explanation: A commercial general liability (CGL) policy typically covers bodily injury and property damage caused by the business's operations or products, including injuries from a defective product. Option A refers to business interruption insurance, not CGL. Option B refers to commercial property insurance or workers' compensation, not CGL. Option D is related to property insurance, not CGL. Question 21. What does coverage limit in an insurance policy refer to? A. The maximum amount the insurer will pay for a covered claim. B. The minimum amount the insured must pay for a claim to be covered. C. The amount the insured must pay in premiums for the policy. D. The duration of time a policy is in force. Answer: A. The maximum amount the insurer will pay for a covered claim. Explanation: The coverage limit is the maximum amount the insurance company will pay for a covered claim either for a specific event or during a policy period. It is an essential term in any insurance policy. Option B refers to a deductible, not a coverage limit. Option C refers to premiums, not coverage limits. Option D refers to the policy's duration, not the coverage limit. Question 22. Which of the following types of insurance would cover damage to inventory caused by a fire? A. General liability insurance. B. Commercial property insurance. C. Workers' compensation insurance. D. Business interruption insurance. Answer: B. Commercial property insurance. Explanation: Commercial property insurance covers damage to physical assets such as inventory, buildings, and equipment due to events like fire, theft, or vandalism. Option A is incorrect because general liability insurance covers bodily injury or property damage to third parties, not the insured's property. Option C refers to insurance for employee injuries, not property damage. Option D covers lost income during business interruption, not physical property damage. Question 23. What does a deductible in an insurance policy refer to? A. The amount the insurer will pay for a covered claim. B. The amount the insured must pay out of pocket before insurance covers a claim. C. The maximum amount of coverage a policy provides. D. The amount the insurer charges annually for the policy. Answer: B. The amount the insured must pay out of pocket before insurance covers a claim. Explanation: the deductible is the amount the policyholder must pay before the insurance company begins covering the claim. The higher the deductible, the lower the premiums tend to be. Option A refers to the coverage limit, not the deductible. Option C refers to the coverage limit, not the deductible. Option D refers to the premium, not the deductible. Question 24. Which of the following would be covered under workers' compensation insurance? A. Property damage caused by an employee during business operations. B. Legal defense costs for a workplace injury lawsuit. C. Medical expenses for an employee injured while working. D. Injuries to customers resulting from a slip-and-fall accident. Answer: C. Medical expenses for an employee injured while working. Explanation: workers' compensation insurance covers medical expenses, lost wages, and rehabilitation for employees who are injured while working. It is designed to protect both employees and employers. Option A refers to commercial general liability insurance, not workers' compensation. Option B could be covered by liability insurance, not workers' compensation. Option D would be covered by general liability insurance, not workers' compensation. Question 25. Which of the following is most likely excluded from commercial property insurance? A. Damage caused by a fire in the building. B. Theft of inventory from the building. C. Flood damage to property located in a flood zone. D. Employee injury while on the premises. Answer: C. Flood damage to property located in a flood zone. Explanation: flood damage is typically excluded from standard commercial property insurance policies. Businesses in flood-prone areas are encouraged to purchase separate flood insurance, often through the National Flood Insurance Program (NFIP). Option A is incorrect because fire damage is typically covered under commercial property insurance. Option B is incorrect because theft is generally covered by commercial property insurance. Option D refers to workers' compensation insurance, not commercial property insurance. Question 26. Which type of insurance is required by law in most states for businesses with employees? A. Commercial auto insurance. B. General liability insurance. C. Workers' compensation insurance. D. Property insurance. Answer: C. Workers' compensation insurance. Explanation: workers' compensation insurance is required by law in most states for businesses with employees. It provides coverage for medical expenses, lost wages, and rehabilitation costs for employees who are injured on the job. Option A refers to commercial auto insurance, which is not mandated by law. Option B refers to general liability insurance, which, while important, is not legally required in most states. Option D refers to property insurance, which is not mandated by law. Question 27. Which of the following would be covered under professional liability insurance? A. Damage to a business's property caused by a fire. B. Injuries to customers from a defective product. C. Legal costs for a malpractice claim against a doctor. D. Employee injuries occurring on the job. Answer: C. Legal costs for a malpractice claim against a doctor. Explanation: professional liability insurance, also known as errors and omissions (EO) insurance, covers professionals such as doctors, lawyers, and accountants against claims of negligence, errors, or omissions while providing services. Option A refers to commercial property insurance, not professional liability insurance. Option B refers to product liability insurance, not professional liability insurance. Option D refers to workers' compensation, not professional liability insurance. Question 20. Which of the following is NOT typically covered by a commercial general liability (CGL) insurance policy? A. Property damage caused by a fire. B. Personal injury to an employee on the job. C. Bodily injury resulting from an accident in the business's store. D. Damage caused by a defective product sold by the business. Answer: B. Personal injury to an employee on the job. Explanation: personal injury to an employee on the job would be covered under workers' compensation insurance, not a commercial general liability (CGL) policy. CGL covers bodily injury and property damage to third parties, not the business's employees. Option A is covered by CGL if it affects a third party. Option C is covered by CGL for third-party bodily injury. Option D is also covered by CGL under product liability coverage. Question 29. Which type of insurance is most appropriate for a business that owns company vehicles used for deliveries? A. Commercial auto insurance. B. General liability insurance. C. Workers' compensation insurance. D. Property insurance. Answer: A. Commercial auto insurance. Explanation: Commercial auto insurance provides coverage for company vehicles, including those used for deliveries, and covers risks like accidents, liability, and damage to the vehicles. Option B is incorrect because general liability insurance covers third-party bodily injury and property damage, but not vehicles. Option C refers to coverage for employee injuries, not vehicles. Option D refers to property insurance, which covers the business's physical assets, but not vehicles. Question 30. Which of the following is a primary purpose of business interruption insurance? A. To protect the business against liability for employee injuries. B. To cover the cost of legal defense if sued by a competitor. C. To replace lost income if the business cannot operate due to a covered event. D. To cover damage to the business's physical property. Answer: C. To replace lost income if the business cannot operate due to a covered event. Explanation: Business interruption insurance provides coverage for income lost during the period a business cannot operate due to a covered event, such as a fire or natural disaster. Option A is incorrect because workers' compensation insurance covers employee injuries, not business interruption. Option B is incorrect because legal defense costs would be covered by liability insurance, not business interruption insurance. Option D refers to property insurance, which covers physical damage, not lost income.